I have bad news. I'm here below the dam of Toledo Bend in the spillway on the Sabine. I was fishing for a white bass and striper, being stupid, fishing in the rain, but I was hitting them. I had the camera in my pocket in a plastic bag, and I was using it and then putting it back, and an eagle just flew over, and I went to, it was a bald eagle, really nice one. I went to pull the camera out and it wouldn't come on. It won't come on. I think it's soaked through. I think I got it wet. I'm gonna try and dry it out, but this might be done. All I have left is the webcam on the laptop. I was gonna follow the Sabine for a little bit, meander in and out of Louisiana and Texas, and then head home. How do you say it? DeRidder? Just gonna take small roads down through DeRidder and go into Lake Charles. That's what I'm doing. I am gonna go that way through DeRidder to Lake Charles and then back over to home. I gotta cut this short. I gotta cut it shorter than I was gonna cut it short. I'm in the rain. The tent isn't holding up too well. There's a puddle over here, and it's leaking in around some of the seams and where the coons got at it, and the ants made holes in it, and it's leaking from top too. I'm on dry. Well, I'm above what I think is the water line, because if they open the dam, I could be wrong. I could have the tent in a bad place. This river does come up pretty high when they open the dam, but they will sound an alarm, and then I'll have about 10 minutes to figure out if I'm in danger or not. The rain has been heavy since about 8 something this morning. I've been fishing before then. I caught some fish before then, and I've been hitting them, and hit and miss after that. I stayed in the tent during the worst part of the rain, and then it slackened up and I got out. There was another guy named Tom out there fishing, and we were both fishing. I was fishing with a spinner with a little bit of worm on it on a jigging float. I lost that, and Tom threw over because he was on the other side of the river, but there are rocks in the river and there's a choke point, so at one point we were close to each other, and he tossed over a rooster tail. He said, "Here, try this, have a rooster tail." So he gave me a rooster tail. Thanks for the rooster tail, Tom. I did catch some fish on it. Still have it. Just, I think the footage might be corrupted from being wet. Oh well, I might have to get a new camera, but maybe a hairdryer will save that one. I ain't got a hairdryer out here. So I switched over to the rooster tail. It was a chartreuse rooster tail, and it was working pretty good. And the rain is coming in a little heavier now, and it's 3:30 in the afternoon. I've been fishing all day pretty much, well, except for when it was pouring buckets. I don't know what I should do. I don't feel like packing up in this kind of weather. I did get here late last night. It was like 9 something I got here. It was dark. I got picked up out in the middle of nowhere on 255 by hunters. But you'll see that video. That video didn't get corrupted. That was I got that off the camera. I didn't lose much footage, if I did lose footage, because I started I dumped footage off the camera last night before the rain, and I started filming this morning. It's nothing special that I lost, just some nice looking small fish. Oh, and I lost footage from last night, because after I wiped the camera last night, I was fishing with some guys that were here already, and they had a huge stringer of they had a few good channels and a bunch of hybrid striped bass and white bass and a few striped bass. It was about like 10 fish or something. all about a foot long or more, and they were all pretty good looking fish. It was good work. It was a good stringer of fish. So I lost that, and after they left, I caught my first channel cat on the Sabine. And early this morning, I caught my first red-breast sunfish here, and I've caught. Well, I missed some gar, spotted gar, not spotted gar. I'm sorry, short-nosed gar, and then the rest are just largemouth bass. I haven't got my white bass or my my striper. I came here to get a Gasper Goo too. Haven't done that. I found out that people do better with the catching Gasper Goo a little further down. See, there's two spillways here at the dam, and they're both called the Sabine, but they meet about a mile or so down river, or less than that, about half a mile. Not sure. I've heard quarter mile, I've heard half, I've heard mile. On the map it looks like a little under a mile, because I do have a map on the phone, though there is no G here. There's barely service. My signal is in and out. I was able to make a call this morning, but I had to do several. It took several attempts. I kept losing the signal in the middle of the call, but I finally got it through. So I don't know what to do. I'd like to keep fishing. I have the rest of this week to do it, but the camera's dead, apparently. So what's the point? I'd kind of like to go get a camera if I can, or try this one out. Hell, at least go get a good burger somewhere. Something, I don't know. Whatever. Well, what I can do is I can keep fishing and try to achieve my goal and write a badass article about it and do these video diaries on the laptop. But that's a little less than what I want to do, than what I want to achieve. I've already achieved a lot of video, but not a lot of good fishing. I haven't found a lot of good fishing. I've caught little things and not much of them, and I've encountered a lot of problems along the way. You know, I've been harassed by raccoons and, you know, millions and millions of mosquitoes, and haven't been harassed by too many people though. None really. I've had a few cold shoulders and maybe a evil eye or something, but a lot of nice people so far. Hemp Hill was a really good town. I really enjoyed it. I'd like to go back to Hemp Hill at some point. I did not enjoy Alexandria. That was a pain in the ass. I had to pay someone to get out of there. It sucked. I'm not proud of that, but that's what happened. So I'm not going back through Alexandria. I did not enjoy Lafayette and Carencro. Opelousas was okay. It was alright. Nice people there. But I had to walk through most of Lafayette. From Lafayette to Carencro I walked. It was hot. The pack was really heavy. I've dropped weight since then. The pack's still heavy, but not as heavy as when I started. So if it stops raining, I'll bring the laptop out and you can see where I've been fishing today. But I don't want to lose the laptop. I've already lost one tech item, and I have two really precious ones that I don't want to lose. The Bloggy camera, not the most expensive camera on the market. It's just a regular kind of flip video camera. It has a good quality, I think, but I'll probably get something better. Waterproof, maybe. That would be good for me. It's a good idea. I've always worried using this camera that I was going to drop it in the water at some point. I almost did a few times over the years. I've had it for I think I've had this camera for 2 years now. So I got lucky so far. I knew this day was going to happen eventually, that I would be out there doing what I do, trying to cover my bases and make sure everything's protected, but it's just going to fail at some point, right? It's just a sandwich baggie. Well, today was the day. The camera's fried. It is at the moment. I might be able to save it, but not out here. I gotta go. So I hope you enjoy all the videos that I'm going to upload once I get home. And by the time you've watched this, they're all up, because I think this might be the last video. Maybe. Though I might do some other video diaries on the way back, but I learned a lot. I learned how to do this better. I'm just kind of upset that I finally get to a place where the fishing's really good and this happens. Sucks. But there's a lot of really great raccoon videos, which you may have already seen, because I'm going to upload them all before I upload this. But this is the brick wall that I'm running into, and it's still raining, and I'm so pissed off and upset. All I want to do is go into civilization, get a hamburger, and go into a bathroom with a dryer and stick this son of a bitch right there and dry it out. So if I'm successful, there'll be fishing videos somewhere in Louisiana after this. If I'm not, well, I'm gonna go home, work my ass off again, get another camera, and be fishing again. But that'll be a while, because I have a lot of footage and a lot of videos coming. Oh, actually, they're already up. You've probably seen most of them, but I'm going to shut up because I'm pissed off. Wish me luck. Bye.